All right, so first video, take a look at it again. There were a couple things that you had kind of spaced on. Normal, totally normal. But what I want to show you on here is when you're working on that heart basket, you did get over here onto the shoulder blade. That's great. I just want you to see if you can start going further. So you can put your hip down, put this knee down. I'm doing the left side. Use your right foot to it's awkward, but see if you can really get the outside edge of that shoulder blade. It's gnarly in there. You'll find different things. And then you can just stack your knees, put your elbow on the ground, and just feel around in there. What's going on in this armpit? You can go an inch or two this way, an inch or two this way. And then we want to get into the arm. You notice the right one was tighter, but I showed you how to put your elbow on the roller, get your head down fairly quickly, and work with the back of your arm. You can do some flossing while you're in there. This is totally doable with the tennis balls too. You'll see it on that video. It's really amazing with the tennis balls when you're in London. And then that's what we did that was new up top here. We also looked at how you're working with, or not working yet, with the side of the leg. So when you're doing the front of your legs, now this is a little harder with the tennis balls. You can try it, but it's not easy. This is the main thing that I want the roller for if I am mainly doing tennis balls. But you can get the front of your leg, but to get the side on the roller, work on this before you go to London. Bend your knees up, let your heels come over, especially on the left side. You're gonna do both sides. And then you can start getting into the side of the leg. So right here, I'm kind of in between the front and the side, and that needs some attention. If you want to get a little bit more over to the side, you could sneak one knee up and work. That's one way to go. And of course, eventually, maybe this, but that could be a year from now, right? Just take your time. Up here, there's a big fat bone you don't want to be on, but south of the bone and all the way to the knee is where you really want to bring your attention. Now that same tissue on the side of my leg goes all the way into my shins. So, and you'll be able to work on this because you'll have the tennis balls. See if you can get that knee on here and start to work with all the tissue that's on one side and the other side of your shin. We haven't even gotten into the calf yet, but we'll get there. Just work on both sides of the shin. There's inside stuff and there's outside stuff. And you want to go, if you can, I'm going to do this side so you can see. The whole way you're going to find different spots to work with, but you want to get down into that ankle, right and left, and down into the foot, right? You can go all the way into the bones of the foot so that someday, sitting like this will be not a problem. You can do that on both sides. So we added that today, the shins. The other thing we added today was after you release here in the belly, you can start working on that core. And what we discovered today was this tightness on the left is acting almost like a fake strength. See if you can find neutral in between here and here. See if you can stay right with that. And these hip bones will tell you that you're not moving. But on the active exhale, you can check it out on the left. It's pretty easy for you to pick up that left foot without this right hip lifting. Right, so you got that. Do a few on the left. And transfer that learning to the much more difficult side. This right side has been asleep. See if you can just really play with this super subtle. You can even, on this right side, don't even pick up the foot. Just imagine the foot lifting. If you feel any movement over here, you haven't done it. So this has to stay utterly still. So wake it up like that, and you might wake it up a little bit with your bridge, right? Same idea. Can I exhale, shift a little bit more weight onto this left side? I don't have to pick up this foot, just make this side a little heavier. Then the critical thing, can I exhale and make the right side take a little bit more of my weight? Notice if I pick this left foot up, for me, boink, right? So I'm not even picking it up. I'm just transferring a little weight over there and making the right side Do something for a change of pace. The other way that we woke it up is to work with plank in the exact same way. After a while, you start noticing, oh, this is the exact same exercise over and over again. Because all I'm doing here, well, let's talk about the upper body. None of this. You want to plaster those shoulder blades onto your rib cage. Keep your chin tucked and drawn in. And then think, can I transfer some weight onto this right leg and maybe pick up the left? Yeah, it doesn't have to be very much, but just being here in forearm plank, noticing at the end of that active exhale, that's when I can generate the most tone. And this, of course, goes right into your walking. This is the same thing that you're working on when you're up here. You know, you're just wanting to find out, can I put this right foot in front of me? Exhale, use this muscle to take some weight on this foot without going all the way over here. We noticed for the stability of the ankle on the left that contributing at the core can make a difference in that feeling of, oh, my ankle's gonna turn. So both sides have their own little lesson for you in weight bearing and walking. The right side really doesn't want to do its share of the work, so you really have to think when you're taking weight right. But that left ankle is unstable and would like the core to contribute. So even in your brisk walking, when you're walking in your neighborhood, you could think about this core contributing, taking maybe 5 steps on an exhale. Don't forget, it's on your video. A really nice way to end your practice is to stretch that psoas out. We know that that left side is way tighter. Do both sides, but on the left, take your time to draw that right leg in, get that left arm up and overhead. Get that length on the left side that it's really craving. And I think that's what we added in today. So you can just hit that pause button.